We're at Castaways. Our friend Bianca and Paul let us shoot here with Sara Grove from Open Door.
Hi, thanks, Joe. Thanks for having us.
What's happening today?
Well, I just actually would love to have a conversation about what we're seeing at the Open Door. We've just launched. We've got all our year-end numbers in, and I would love to tell the community what's going on at the Open Door and Gloucester, really.
I saw some of the numbers,
Yeah.
and what it seems like, and I'm sure you're going to go into this,
Yeah.
is the need and the amount of people served has been surging year over year.
Yep. So last year we saw a 30% increase in requests for food assistance, and that was on top of a 30% increase that we saw in 2023. And to put that in perspective, we served more people in 2023 than we did during the height of COVID. So we're continuing in the last couple of years to see more people. Last year we served 11,893 unique people. That was
Say that again one more time so make sure people hear that. That's amazing.
11,893 people. That was 2,057 more people than we served the year before.
That's over a third of the population.
Well, to be fair, we serve 11 cities and towns, not just Gloucester. So that's an important thing to remember.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Gloucester, Rockport, Manchester, Essex, Ipswich. We've served those 5 communities since 1978, since we've been around.
Do you have satellite places in those cities?
Yeah, we do. And then the other towns are, I lost my train of thought, so.
Sorry.
Sorry. And then we also serve Hamilton, Wenham, Rowley, Boxford, Topsfield, and Georgetown as well. But the area of greatest need is Gloucester. We serve 1 in 6 Gloucester residents. And we also, then the next area of greatest need is Ipswich.
Is the Accord Pantry, is that
so that's
associated
separate.
with it? It is?
Yep, no,
okay,
because
my daughter was there.
Yeah, it's independent. They serve Hamilton and Wenham. And the reason why that looks like there's a little bit of a duplication there is that in 2016, the Ipswich Community Food Pantry, which used to be all volunteer run in a basement of a church, asked to merge with us. We had been serving them for a couple of years with our mobile market and bringing fresh produce. And they were all volunteers. They were in a basement. They didn't have any refrigeration. So we helped them we showed them how to track people. We helped them get food from the Greater Boston Food Bank. And after a couple of years, they said, "Can we merge with you guys?" And we said, "Absolutely." We helped find a new place. We have a satellite pantry in the Ipswich Housing Authority in Ipswich. But part of the merging was that we would legacy in their service area, and they had always served those folks.
Wow.
So that's why we have a bigger service area.
I was in a couple months ago to the mothership on Emerson Ave, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
And I was astounded the level of how professional everything is and how organized and the sophistication and the quality of the cooking areas and everything about it was like first class. There's nothing janky about any part of the operation. It's so dialed in. It's amazing.
Well, the thing is, when you're distributing 2.35 million pounds of food every year, which is equivalent to 1.98 million meals, and our kitchen is producing almost 165,000 meals. You have to go professional.
Yeah.
There's too many efficiencies that need to be made when you're doing that many meals. We went from 1,000 meals a week to 3,000 to 5,000 meals a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So what's the next thing how can people help?
Well, I think the thing that sort of right now our job is to sort of really level set and explain to people why there's been so much need. That's one thing people always ask me is, well, why now? COVID was terrible. Why are we seeing more people? And it's not just at the Open Door. I think if you talk to any hunger relief agency, they're all seeing that 30% increase. Even the government, Massachusetts state government, and food stamps, if you look at the amount of people who are on SNAP now compared to 2020, it's a 55% increase in people on SNAP. And people aren't earning enough money. Their housing is out of control. Food costs are out of control. If you're a senior, you're deciding whether to pay for your medicine or eat. You know, if you're struggling, I mean, I was talking to someone the other day, and you know, they can't afford a one-bedroom apartment at $2,000 a month. You know, so you know, when it comes to food, that's the one area where there's flex, right?
Yeah, right.
It's the one area where they can cut. Nobody wants to be homeless. Nobody wants to go without their medication. You know, nobody can go without paying for their childcare, because you won't be able to work if you can't pay for your childcare. So I think people see that food is that one area where they can cut back and cut back. We had a mum come in just a few weeks ago, and you know, she was saying how she gets her SNAP, her food stamp money, and she needs to save that so she can buy formula, but it meant that she couldn't buy food for herself. So she was actually skipping meals. But now she's coming to the Open Door, she's not skipping meals, and both her and her daughter can eat.
It's such a lovely place too. It's no shame in going there. It's a
Right.
beautiful
Well,
space.
and again, thanks to, I mean, that's what, you know, you've grown up on Cape Ann, you're a, you know, a Gloucester boy, you know how, you know, we always joke about Gloucester, how we're a family, and ultimately, I think Gloucester and Cape Ann really treats its neighbours as if they're part of the family. Because the truth is, we wouldn't be able to do what we do if it wasn't for the donors, the volunteers, if it wasn't for the community, all the businesses and organisations that come and help and volunteer and donate. We really couldn't do what we do without the community, and that's ultimately the truth of it.
Yeah, wow,
Yeah.
it's amazing. Well, what's the next steps? How can people help?
So people can help by, you know, we always need volunteers. I think the one thing that we're looking ahead right now, and I'm sure many of your viewers are concerned about the potential federal cuts that might be coming along. We already saw some federal cuts last year to our Summer Meals for Kids program. So last year during the summer, we have anywhere from 15 to 16 summer meal sites. And last year we distributed 18,000 meals, but only 3,000 of those meals were funded by the federal government. And that was because they changed a lot of rules, which meant we could no longer distribute meals from our food pantries, and we could no longer deliver meals to the public housing neighbourhoods. So how people can help is, if you care about your neighbours and you want to help, you can volunteer with us, you can donate. We love it when people donate cash, because we can make your dollar go further.
Yeah.
We can wholesale purchase food. You know, you can shop at second glance. There's many, you can sponsor our events. There's many ways that you can help the community.
And if you go to the website, which is
Foodpantry.org.
foodpantry.org, there's buttons.
Yep.
We donate right there.
Yep.
Very simple, and it's a very well laid out site. So anything that you're not understanding from this conversation, the answers will be there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the one thing we're looking ahead to, in terms of the federal cuts, potential federal cuts, you know, the Open Door, we are strategically sound organisation. We only have 3% government funding, but still, if that were to go away, that's still $250,000 that we would need to make up. We get about $750,000 to $1 million worth of free food from USDA.
Wow.
So that's something as well we're concerned about. If suddenly we have more need and we have less food, how we're going to, you know, manage that.
Talk about a swing.
It will be a swing. And then the other bigger issue is, the truth of the matter is, Joey, we can't be, charities are not the only safety net, right? So food stamps, I've talked about it before, or SNAP, which is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, is the lion's share of food security across the US and here in Gloucester. So annually, SNAP dollars coming into Gloucester is about $10 million.
Wow.
$10 million of food. So if you look at, if there's potential SNAP cuts of 20% or 30%, you're talking about $2 million or $3 million less food that Gloucester people will have on the table.
Wow, that's a lot.
So the idea that the Open Door could replace that is really, it's insurmountable, really.
Yeah.
So especially at a time when we've already seen increased need.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
So talk to your congressman. Talk to your people.
Talk to your people.
We don't want
Talk
that to
your people.
happen.
No, we don't. And we certainly don't want the federal funding to go away. And, you know, like I said, we're already seeing increased need, so we're sort of bracing. I mean, the wonderful thing about Gloucester and Cape Ann, and during COVID, the Open Door was able to pivot. We didn't miss a day of service, not an hour of service during COVID. So we've got a great team. We've got an amazing group of volunteers, equivalent to 12 full-time equivalents. More than 26,000 hours of volunteer hours every year in order to help feed people. So it's going to take all of us. If those things happen, and I don't want to cause panic, because we're all thinking positively and hoping that those won't transpire. But there's still plenty of need out there right now before even that happens.
There you go. All right. Well, foodpantry.org.
Foodpantry.org.
Donate. Come donate time. By the way, I know a lot of my friends donate time, and they go and then they want to come back time and time again, because I think that it's a personal. They feel really good about it.
I talk to so many volunteers, and they'll say, while I know that we're doing good and we're doing this good thing, I actually get more out of it. I think that when you're giving back to your community, no matter what it is, and there's plenty of volunteer jobs depending on what you want to do. You can come and pack grocery orders. You can deliver meals. We have more than 150 meal deliveries a day to seniors and elders and the disabled who are sort of shut in. So there's wherever in the spectrum you want to when you want to volunteer your time. You can even volunteer at Second Glance if you are somebody that loves merchandising and clothing and things like that.
Yeah. Barbara Keown from the Dress Code.
Yeah.
In the first year that I started the blog, 19 years ago, said to me, I didn't understand it at the time, said the most selfish thing you can do is to give.
Oh, I love
I
that.
didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. And then in the process of the blog, helping get the word out and donating time and, helping new businesses and stuff like that, I was being fueled with positive energy.
Absolutely.
So then it made sense.
Yeah.
The most selfish thing you can do is to give, because it fills you up.
It does.
So there you go.
Definitely does.
Thank you for the work you're doing, and everybody else.
Thank you for filling us up today.
There you go. Everybody have a great day.